Hey, Amy Schwein here from Women's Radical Pursuits, and I am super excited to share with you information on this breathwork journey that you are about to embark on with me. So if you are listening to this video, I'm assuming you have signed up for a group or private session to experience conscious breathwork, or breath is prayer. And I'm really excited to facilitate and really just guide you home to your own inner guru, your own healer, your own wholeness, and this return to the love and light that you are. So thank you so much for your time to listen to this video, to prepare to have the most unique and magical experience. That's what it's all about. And yeah, that's what I'm here to share. I'm here to share what you're going to need to set up your Breathwork Nest. I'll share what you may experience, maybe not, but just some things that may come up for you along the journey. And then I'll also share with you more about the foundational breath, how to do it, how I facilitate, all that good stuff, just so you can be the most prepared as possible. So first of all, I just want to start by saying, what I can say after your experience through any type of breath work, this one in particular, is that your awareness around breathing will have grown. And hopefully you will, really invite that into your day by doing your own practice, even 3 to 5 minutes, and throughout your day, really recognizing the power of the breath and how it can really bring us back, bring us home, really calm our systems, bring us back into balance. And I just encourage you to really call upon your breath, really use it. It's with us all the time. There is an abundance of air. It's free. It's with you always. And it is absolutely something that can be life-changing and really, really help you. So I just want to invite you, before I dive into everything, I want you to really just take a moment, maybe even shut your eyes, and just think about if there are times that you, during your day, use your breath. Are there times during your day where you, maybe if you get overwhelmed or stressed out, that you use it and you deepen your breath? Or do you notice you hold your breath or constrict your breath if you get overwhelmed or stressed out? Just kind of tune in and see if you're even aware of breath during your day. And then you can open your eyes if they're still shut. But that's just kind of, to get you thinking about breath. And if you, at this point in your journey, if you use it and call upon it, it's very common for people to hold your breath, like if you get stressed out, overwhelmed, all that stuff. When we think about it, as babies, we came into this world with breathing at 100% capacity, just open to life and saying yes to it all, right? Taking it all in. And they say the average American adult breathes at about 40 to 45% capacity. So think about it. You tell me, what does that say about how we move through life, right? As babies, we come in 100% open, and then through conditioning and programming and life and, all the things that we face on a day-to-day basis, we constrict and we close off that life force. So really, this is all about opening up again. It's about expansion. It's about taking it all in. It's about letting be what is and feeling it all and letting the emotions arise and not favoring, it's about giving permission for the sadness, the anger, though, those emotions that may be considered negative to be there too, and to have space and take shape, and to release and let go, or let them be, or just be acknowledged, right? And maybe it's, then on the other side of that is joy and inspiration and gratitude and appreciation, all those other ones that we're always trying to lean towards, right? But this is all about leaning in, giving permission, allowing for what is to really be there, and to become a compassionate witness, to become our own best friends, to come home to ourselves, to what is, to acknowledge, to give permission, and then, to release. If that's where you're at, if you're ready to release that, that's what this breath work is all about. And, creating that expansion, that return to love and light, your truth, your wholeness, who you are, all that good stuff. So, the power of this work is that really it can teach you how to receive and let go. It's about creating more fluidity and letting things come in and out, right? Move all around, letting them be, letting them go, taking them in, releasing, all of it. It's about accepting, releasing what isn't serving you, and surrendering to something greater within and around you, that vast field of intelligence that's there, just waiting for you to, co-create with. It's really powerful. So I want to just talk a little bit more about this journey and what to expect, what you may or may not experience. So because of the high oxygenation, we're breathing with a wide open mouth. It's a conscious connected breath. And due to this high oxygenation, there are different sensations that you may or may not experience in your body, but some of those may be tingling, it could be cramping, it could be heaviness, restless legs, it could be, kind of some fidgety in the body, movement, that kind of thing. All of those things, that could be resistance, right? It could be just your body resisting what's going on. And I would just recommend that if that does happen, number one, we just acknowledge it, you're just aware, right? And you can also use the breath, just like breathe deeper into it. It may or may not release or change, and that's okay, because we're not trying to control what's happening, right? We're giving space, we're allowing for it to be there. But deepening the breath is something that you can do to, kind of, if that is coming up for you. Another thing that you may or may not experience is tetany, and that is a cramping. It often happens in the hands. It can happen anywhere in the body, but they also refer to it as lobster claws, and they can get kind of like your hands can end up like this. And just to know that no worries, there's nothing to be afraid of. It will go back. It'll return to normal after your session. Again, you can try to just bring more breath, right? Bring more presence to the breath, deepen the breath. That's something that you can do if these things happen. Another thing that you may experience are emotions. They could be subtle, they could be intense, they could be anything, right? You might experience, sadness, could experience fear, could experience anger, but you could also experience joy and bliss and inspiration, and any range of emotions can come up. And basically, your breath is just leading you home to what's already there. My voice, the music, none of that is creating what happens on your journey. It's your breath leading you home to what's ready to be acknowledged, to what's ready to be released, maybe even just looked at, right? So just know that, what is ready will arise. So basically just giving you that assurance that it's safe to feel it all. It's safe to go there. It's safe to be with what is, and to become that compassionate witness best friend, and just allow and surrender. So a couple of things here, as far as after or when we do the breath work itself, you will be in your breathwork nest, and we'll talk about what that looks like. So basically, you can be in your bed if that's not going to be a place where you just fall asleep, right? But you want to be somewhere comfortable. It could be on the floor, on a futon, maybe a yoga mat. If you use a yoga mat, though, definitely put something comfortable like a blanket on the floor to make it really cozy, because comfort is essential. It is super important for this journey. So you'll have your little nest, the space where you're going to breathe, somewhere that's private where you're not going to be interrupted. A couple things that you'll need for it to have ready, I would say a glass of water by your bedside might be nice for right before and right after. Your mouth will get dry. It'll return back to normal. No big deal. Chapstick is nice to have. Same thing before and after, not during the session, but it is nice to have. You'll also want headphones that will just kind of deepen with the music, because the journey is set to music, and voice prompts. I'll talk more about that in a minute. You will also want something like a pillow or a bolster for underneath your legs for lower back support. And we'll want to make sure to have a blanket or something to cover up with in case you get cold. And that's basically it. So during the breathwork session, you are going to be in this sweet little breathwork nest. And, eye mask. I forgot. If you have an eye mask or something to put over your eyes to just kind of deepen that experience and that resting, that'll be perfect. So once you're in your breathwork nest, you've got your headphones on, I'll ask that you have your camera set so that I can see your chest moving and also your mouth. Because the breathwork session, the journey that you'll be on, will be set to music. It's a musical journey. And I will also be guiding you through voice prompts. Very subtle, just kind of watching you breathe and really just helping you and guiding you in and out of the experience. As for the music, it's a musical journey, and it starts out nice and soft, and then it kind of increases the intensity of the music, and then at the end it's going to go back down. So you get to, breathe how it feels comfortable for you, but you can kind of follow that, the intensity, if you will, of the music with your breath. You can kind of match that if that feels right to you. You get to listen to you and listen to what you need, though, so that always comes first. So facilitation is done through voice prompts and a musical journey. As far as the breath and the facilitation and how you're breathing, you will be breathing with a big open mouth. We do that for a couple of reasons. One, to release control of the jaw. And the second is breathing in a way that we're not accustomed to. It kind of gives the mind something to do, right? And then the other reason is because you're breathing to receive. It is a co-creation. You're breathing deeper, surrendering to greater intelligence, that vast field of intelligence that's around you that knows exactly what you need, right? And knows how to restore your body to balance, to how to heal you, how to do it all. And we just have to open up and call on it and invite it in. And that's what we do in the breathwork session. Big open mouth is basically like saying yes to life. It's like taking that life force in and just being open to it all, surrendering. So we're going to start with a couple, I'm going to lead you through a couple guided exercises to warm up the jaw for, before your breathwork session, just so you get used to this before we breathe, kind of what to expect. So it's really easy. So you can do these with me. So we're just going to do 3 times. We're going to open and close the mouth. So let's do that together. Easy. Next one we're gonna do is just opening the mouth, and then we're gonna go move the jaw side to side, just like 6 times. So big open mouth. Good. All right, next one we're gonna do is circling the jaw. So we're just gonna big open mouth. And then we'll switch directions. And you can laugh, it's okay. Next one we're gonna do is fluttering the lips. So we're gonna do a big open mouth, and then you're gonna blow out like a horse 3 times. So you can lick your lips. That's it. And then our last one is just big open mouth, and you're gonna stick your tongue out 3 times. So big open mouth. All right, those are our warm-ups. And the idea of this is that we're just loosening up that jaw, kind of releasing that tension. Oftentimes when we get stressed out, when there's lots going on, we hold tension in the jaw. So this leads to the conscious connected breath. I will teach you what that looks like. First thing I'm gonna say is it is super duper easy. Easy, easy, easy. Like I said, you are laying on your back when you're doing this. And I'm just gonna show you, we start the breath on the diaphragm. So right here where the ribs come together, sternum, like right in that soft spot right there. So place your hand there. And then basically when you're doing the breath, you are thinking about it, thinking about expansion, right? So we can do this together. So place a hand on that soft spot on your diaphragm. So you're really we're gonna take in a deep inhale with a big open mouth, and you're thinking about just expanding the ribs, taking it all in. So it looks like this. I guess you probably can't see it all, but I'm gonna do a big open mouth. That's it. Really easy. We're just expanding from this place. We're doing diaphragmatic breathing from here. Expanding, inhaling deeply, and then we exhale freely. When we exhale, we're not exhaling all the air out, so maybe like 30% or so to like, emptying the lungs. We just want it to, we're gonna exhale freely, and then when you feel that impulse to breathe again, we're gonna just like start that deep inhale, one breath into the next, so it's this conscious connected breath. That's it. So let's do that a couple more times. So take your hand, place it on that soft spot on your diaphragm. I'm gonna lead with my hands here. So big open mouth. That's it. How does that feel? Do you notice a difference? The other thing that I want to invite you to be able to bring into this is vocalizing the exhale. If you notice like you are getting tingling, if you're noticing like any cramping or some of those things that I talked about, it is one way that we call it a pressure release valve. And so you can vocalize the exhale, and we make an ah sound. So I'll demonstrate, and then you can do it with me. So the same thing, I'm gonna place my hand on my diaphragm just to feel that. Big open mouth, deep inhale. Ah. That's it, just a sigh. You can use that at any time if you're noticing kind of some of those sensations. So let's do that together. Hand on the diaphragm, big open mouth, nice deep inhale. Ah. And one thing that we want to be aware of is, it's like anything. If your lips get dry, I mean, you can lick them, right? And or if you notice this resistance or tingling in the body, you can let that ah sound go out, right? But we just want to be aware of if we keep doing it and repeating that, right? And just kind of going there. It's kind of like, okay, what are we not looking at, or what are we trying to distract ourselves from? You know, kind of that pattern. So that's the only thing that I want to bring up around that sighing, is that you can use it, but it's not intended to use like the whole time that you're breathing. Let's see, I think that is about everything that I have for you in getting your Breathwork Nest set up, some things to expect, all that good stuff. As I said again, you know, I'm just really excited for you to experience breathwork. Remember again that every journey is unique. Every journey is going to be different. Our lives are fluid, you know, our emotions come and go, our life experiences are always changing. So there's not going to be, you know, it's not like every time there's going to be, you know, this thing to look forward to in breathwork, because we just don't know. Our breath, you know, is going to lead us to exactly what you need. You, we, me, right? And every journey is different. But I would just invite you to come into this with an open mind, an open heart, and yeah, thank you so much for your willingness to take the time to watch the video and to do a session with me, and I look forward to the journey. Have a beautiful day.